easy. Easy lang. Wala pilit, sir.
You look well focused up.
Pull out, don't up. Up.
Jump!
Okay, tara! Tara! No reset! No reset! Ulit! 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 Up! Up! Up!
Go Burger, win!
That's why, you know. That's too silent.
Clear out kayo! Huwag masyadong flag! Let's go! Wes! Atras ka na lang muna, Wes! Wes, huwag ka na pumasok!
minute lang yun.
Paging Karen Cabrera, please proceed to the command center. Paging Patrick, please proceed to the command center.
Nainggit. Happy ako for you.
Happy ako.
Bye ba naman, ha?
Paging Pinguel Bautista. Paging Pinguel Bautista, please proceed to the command center.
Turnovers are not violations.
Well, I'll get them to pay.
Paano dito mo?
Beijing Kuya Rip from Alabang Country Club, please come to command center. Once again, Beijing Kuya Rip, please come to command center.
And definitely the play style that we're seeing here, defense is much more adept. They're shutting down more cuts, making throws more difficult. Nonetheless, Cherry C gets the disc into Gabby Rodil.
And in the other semi-final, we have Mulatto and Paradigm. Mulatto from the Philippines, Mulatto and Paradigm from Australia. And I don't know what the score is. I think they just started as well.
They also just started, so.
But here we have Sunken Pleasure up 4-3 over Boracay Bandits.
For the other divisions, for the men's division, eager to see the results, but the teams that went into the semi-finals were Cracker Jacks Crush from Singapore, Goannas from Australia, Vicious from the Philippines, and Nomadic Tribe from Japan.
Well, you happen to be talking to the right guy. I do have the results of the semi-final games.
Tell me about it.
In a comeback, Nomadic Tribe actually took out the Goannas, the Australian under-24 squad, at Universe Point.
At Universe Point.
In a constant battle. And in the other one, in a, at times, bitter affair, Cracker Jacks did finish off the men from Sid Vicious, 15-8.
So later on, we're gonna see a Cracker Jacks versus Nomadic Tribe men's division finals. I was watching that Goannas and Nomadic Tribe game earlier, and it got a bit physical to a certain extent. Not unexpected for a game that's been close, with a back and forth, but
My gets cleaned out right there.
It seems like we're seeing some contact here as well. Now the discussion is probably whether or not it affected the play, but
sending it back
to thrower. For the women's division, top 4 teams are Havoc Mayhem from Singapore. We watched that just a while ago. Hawk from Japan, Chaos from Australia, and the Vicious Ladies from the Philippines. Turnover. Jamel sends it flying to Felix Angoy, wide open in the end zone. There seems to have been some transition defense miscommunication right there.
I could be wrong. Felix Angoy is a new addition to Sunken Pleasure. Is he not? I think he's been playing for a number of other clubs. And then he hurt himself for a while and came back.
He No, it just so happens that sometimes at higher level competitions he plays at Sunken Pleasure, but his real home team is Ultimate Warriors. He's been with that team for 8 to 9 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And recently I've had the pleasure of playing with him. Very energetic guy, very outstanding, definitely, for his age. I think he already qualifies for the Masters division.
Boy, that's pretty old, Cedric. That means he's at least 33 years old. I can't believe that anyone would ever play older than 33.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
Who are these people playing the Masters?
Who is this? Who's sitting in my chair?
It sounds like I am getting paged by Ultimate Central. It looks like I'm going to have to head off. So
there's gonna be an injury substitution. Jared is gonna go out.
Okay, I'm gonna be heading off, and actually I will probably go and check out the other mixed semifinal going on right now, and I will come back and update you on that one. Thank you for your time, and I will catch you at a later game. Ping in.
Flying just a bit too high for Botchop to get to. Definitely we see the wind picking up and being a factor. It's much more easier to get away with high throws like that without the wind. Hopefully sends it flying, goes to the break side. JR not able to go down with it.
James Solano with the forward pass.
Chelsea?
Passes to Chelsea, yeah. Turfs the disc.
Some frustration in the Bandits offense. Definitely, and understandable because they don't seem to be gelling that well in this point. We've seen them move much more efficient, more effective in other plays. Wensi gets to this easy point. Score is now 6-3. That's a 3-0 run from Sunken Pleasure.
Again, no matter, I mean, again, we're not that I'm not supporting the Bandits in West Bay. It's just that you have to understand that these the Sunken Pleasure has been one of the oldest teams in Philippine Ultimate history. I mean, I think they got founded in 2003, and they've been around since then. So this team is all about not just good chemistry, but just good mechanics. They know each other. This is like they've got this family and pack mentality where they know how to take care of one another.
For these players also, they're not just together because of the sport. Some of these people have known each other outside the sport. A lot of them started from the UP Mountaineers,
Yes.
and UP Diliman, and then they started playing, and just a couple of friends bringing one another. And but it sounds so simple, but that's where their strength lies. It's that chemistry. It's that bonding.
Yeah.
Bandits also carry that kind of mindset. They also have that family mentality. But we have to understand that the Bandits also, since they are primarily a beach team, they're used to playing fewer players, 5-on-5, 4-on-4, and they have picked up a couple players from the province of Iligan and Dumaguete.
Right, looking at this lineup, there are some new faces in this team versus the roster.
Yeah. But
Sorry?
si Jab.
So, Ping,
Yeah.
if I can ask you, what do you think the Bandits should adjust so that they could come back into this game?
first off, I think they have to keep their cool. I'm noticing people are getting a little bit more tense with their decision because you're starting to get more tense. Then they gotta mature. You know that they need a reset when Daddy James gets on the line. Mr. James Yap himself, the original Boracay Bandit, is put on the field. This guy is one of the most chill people I know on the field, and he gets the job done. So let's see what the Bandits are going to do in order to get this game going. For me, I think they should just work on just their short game. They're known for their really good in-cuts and their short passes. So keeping it short and sweet, I think they would have the advantage. Yes, it would take a little bit longer, since the field here is incredibly big compared to a beach field. But if they can keep it up and they keep their timing up, it should be fine. Look at those breaks.
Sunken Pleasure with a forced backhand, working out pretty well so far, limiting the movement of the Bandits only until almost half the line, and it's already been a minute or so.
There's a call on the play.
Botchok being marked by Felix. Another call down the field.
So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. We've got number 7 James Yap marked by number 0 Miguel Ramos on SB, and I just wanted to let you know that Miguel is one of the candidates for the under-24 national team.
Oh, is that so?
And James is a candidate, not really a candidate, but he's qualified to play for the Masters division. He is, I believe, over 40 years old, so there's definitely a huge amount switch in the age. Here comes the 50-50 toss-up. It is a score by Hulantoy Francisco. Assist is by James Yap.
Speaking of the U24,
oh no, that was not James Yap. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure who's with this, but speaking on the U24, for next year, I did hear that you were part of the tryouts thing. Maybe you could talk about how the tryouts have been so far, where we are.
Well, right now I'm acting as the general manager of the U24 national team program for 2018. Along with me are I've got several coaches that are working with me, and they'll be taking care of 3 teams, namely Jamel, Coach Jamel, and Coach Bullet, who are playing right now in this game. Coach Jamel will be taking care of the men's division, while Bullet will be taking care of the women's division. And we're trying to get a mixed division in as well, depending on how many people make the cut. We also have Derek Ramsey helping out as overall head coach for the U24 national team program. So we've already conducted 2 tryouts in Metro Manila. We are planning on having 2 more tryouts, one in Visayas and one in Mindanao. Unfortunately, because of a lot of activities such as this, as well as budgets, the organizing group is under JMJ Sports Training Services. We have to figure out how much it costs to get a plane ticket and go to the towns of the country, the places that we will be visiting. So SB just turned it over long. Bandits are trying to get one more point in.
Swings the disc, but a bit too high. Attempt for the greatest.
It is made! What a pass and what a catch. Good composure by the Bandits. And a score! That was definitely one of the greatest passes we've ever seen today.
That's definitely something that the Bandits really need right now. Something to boost their morale. Other than bringing the score, the lead down to 1, you definitely want to have that and get the momentum back on your side.
We gotta ask that cameraman to have to back out for those shots. I want to see a replay of that shot, of that pass, man.
That was sick.
For those people at home, me and Sed we've got a 50-yard vision of that pass, and we got to see it live. Unfortunately, you guys don't. If we can get a replay of that pass when we edit this video, that would be awesome. Bandits are down 1 to SP. Score is 6-5.
Good awareness there from the Bandits players, keeping the disc alive and keeping it intact.
I think we've got a game.
It's back.
Yeah.
2-0 run from Bandits. Maybe they can do their own 3-0 run to bring it to a tie.
Christian Guerrero and Jamel working the disc down for SP. Another turnover. There is a call on the play. It is a foul.
SP bringing out a more traditional offense line, at least for their men. We have Christian, Jamel, Popoy, and Pao. This has been their bread and butter offense line for quite some time, for the past 2 years at least. I think they starting to realize that the game is starting to get more intense, so they have to bring out the guns.
Foul was contested. Yes. And this goes back to throw. And again, SP is working it down.
Popoy fakes that hawk, gets an up line to Christian. Forward pass. Pao Peralta. Nice save by Christian Guerrero. Popoy backhands to Pao. Disc is not yet in.
It is blocked by James Solano. Bandits can tie it up right now. Watch up with the disc. Again, Bandits are taking their time. Swings it over to James. Again, if the Bandits can just work it down, chop at that field little by little. But
never mind that.
Here's a huge punt. It's another 50-50, and it is blocked by
almost
Pao
saved by my Dublin there.
I was about to just say they should just keep to their game.
But hey, these types of plays, these unexpected hops, these unexpected throws, could really mix it up. It's very volatile, it's unexpected. And if you're Sunken Pleasure, you might be on the mindset that, hey, these throws are going to be short, they're going to be crisp. Maybe if someone cuts long, I don't need to get after them.
That was a good defense by Pao. And here comes Bandits again with a long dish. Score is now 6-all. Pao to Mai.
Nice
Score
there.
From Pao to Mai.
Pao, Mai, score.
Yeah, score is 6-6. Played by two Philippines. It's all Philippines. Doubles for everything. We got 2 Cokes. Coke.
And we have a timeout. I think we have the second timeout called by Sunken Pleasure. In this tournament, there's 2 timeouts per half.
Yes, that is correct.
For a 90-minute game, that's very important. You definitely need to have that flexibility.
As we reach the half, here's another quiz, Said. So it's actually a 2-part question. So in the case that you miss one, hopefully you can answer the other. So the first question is, what is the halftime point cap? And the follow-up question to that is, how long is halftime?
Oh, this one I know. This one I
Okay.
know.
All right.
The halftime point cap is 8
Okay.
because it's raised to 15.
Okay.
The duration of the halftime is 7 minutes.
That is correct.
Yes, I got 2 points. 2 out of 3 so far.
All
2
right,
out of
very
3.
good.
Still a passing rate, 66.
Yeah.
Yeah, having those half times, I've seen different ways that the teams approach that 7 minute break. Some of them they just go out, do some throws. Some of them they sit on the sidelines, refresh on what their play is, what their offensive play is. I don't know.
We're starting to create a little crowd here in front of Field 1. This game is going the distance. It is 6-all, Sunken Pleasure versus Boracay Bandits. Who's going to take it? So both these teams have been in these situations before. This is not the first time that these two teams are facing each other earlier than the finals. It's just the luck of the draw and the win-losses. Both these teams are coming into this game undefeated. So whoever loses, this would be their first loss. Bandits just made a pull, and they're running down on defense.
This is a really good pull, hanging in the air, pretty long.
And they chuck it back down. Catch is made by
Popoy.
Popoy.
Chan to Popoy. Popoy with a hammer.
Just 2 passes. Score is 7-6. Amazing. That is just 2 passes.
Christian to Popoy. Popoy to Pau Peralta.
So you got to remember, like, again, if you're watching the game and you're looking at that wide screen shot, the wind has changed. Earlier, we were saying that the wind was blowing from from right to left if you were facing the field. Now it's facing left to right. So this wind is just crazy. You don't know what side it's taking. I think we got Pau in front of us right now after making that amazing catch. Pau, you have anything to say to all the viewers at home? Hi, Po.
Says hi. He says hi.
He says hi.
Very polite.
Pau, what is your secret to being able to make those catches?
Galingan lang daw sabi. Huwag na raw mag-isip. Hindi kaya magdalawang asip.
Who made that quote?
Bullet Dumas.
Just to translate for our English-speaking viewers, he says, the trick to being good is just
not to think twice.
Not to think twice. No hesitation, and just go for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes at these competitions, it might sound a bit philosophical, but our greatest opponent is ourselves. We might have the throw, we might have the speed, but when we double think,
and we've got a tie game. That's what we've got right now. Score is now 7-all.
Bochok, no hesitation there. Definitely taking Pau's advice.
Sends it to Bulantoy. Score is now
Bulantoy,
7-all.
sorry.
Notice that again. I just got to point out that the Bandits just have to slow things down. They can make this a very interesting game if they just keep their composure. If both these teams, the team that loses games is a team that gets excited, in my opinion. They've got to just be cool, treat this as a regular game, as one of the first round games. That's the secret in order to not choking or not cracking. It's just you just got to keep calm.
And with a 90-minute game like this, it's very demanding for the teams to stick to the game plan, because with the heat, it's very easy to think that, hey, we have a lead, or hey, we have a lot of time to catch up anyway, maybe I should try something new. But no, to your point, developing. It's really the team that sticks to their game plan. Whoever polishes it well enough in terms of execution will come out with a win.
Well, if you're going to be experimenting in this level, high level, at these sort of tournaments, then I think you should just stick to practicing. If you're very intense during practice and then in these kind of tournaments you try to do things that you are not certain of, then I don't think you should be playing in this tournament.
I think there was a hand block.
There was a hand block
there.
on, yeah. Boracay Bandits have a possibility of taking half. That was a turnover right in front of their goal line, at the brick mark, and the Bandits are taking their sweet time into making it down. Bochok swings it back to James. James being marked by Jamel. James falls it outside in. It is not completed.
Disc went out of bounds.
Yep.
Christian Guerrero, captain of Sunken Pleasure, bringing this to the sideline. I think they're trying to settle where it went out of bounds.
Yep. The throw was made as a bender outside in, and unfortunately it went out of bounds in the back end of the goal, so it never went back in. So they are debating about where this should start. They think they've agreed on where it should start. Here comes Christian again with another huck.
Looking for Popoy. Popoy marked by Clods. Popoy resets to Jamel. Power position to Gabby. Foul in front of the end zone. Calls a timeout.
I don't think they have a timeout anymore. They've used up 2.
They have used 2.
I think they've already used 2. I don't think they have any more timeouts. Or maybe they do.
Maybe they do. I'm not sure. Maybe one of the timeouts a while ago were called by the Bandits. But
yeah.
Hey, they know better.
SB.
That's why they're on the field, and
yeah.
That's why we're here commentating.
No. I made that choice to be here.
It was a deliberate choice.
I made that choice to be here. I don't know about you.
I go where you go, Pig.
Yeah. Sunken Pleasure using up their last timeout for the first half. The score is 7-all. It's Philippines versus Philippines. It's Manila versus Katiklan.
No, it's Aklan. Katiklan is...
Or Aklan.
Aklan, Boracay Aklan.
Boracay Aklan. It is Metro Manila versus Aklan. Sunken Pleasure versus the Bandits of Boracay. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Emperador Hotshot Brandy and PLDT Home Fiber, the fastest internet connection in the Philippines.
Jared and I were just chatting a while ago about how some of the games in the last 2 days weren't as close as this one. Definitely as we go to the semifinals, the matches will be tight. They might come out to a U point to determine who's victorious. But we're dealing with the best of the best here. We're down to 4 in the mixed division, so it's definitely come out as a game of inches. Whoever gets that layout, whoever gets that point, wins this match.
Apple, please proceed to the command center.
There's a lot of wires.
I thought it was out of bounds already, because like it went overhead with the curve.
Paging X Japa and Juliet Han, please proceed to the command center.
Okay, timeout just completed. Overhead backhand. Paul Peralta to Christian Guerrero. Score. And we are at half. Sunken Pleasure 8, Boracay Bandits 7.
Paging X Japa and Juliet Han, please proceed to the command center and get your disc. Has anyone seen an iPhone 7 in an orange case? Please return it to the command center. Thank you. Thanks.
Paging the captain of Osaka Spirit, please come here at the command center. Paging the spirit captain of Osaka, the captain of Osaka Spirit, please come here at the command center. Thank you. Medic on field 5. Medic on field 5. Thank you. Assigned marshals for the ice and water. We need ice and water on field 9. All available marshals, please stand to the command center. All available marshals, please stand to the command center. Yes, Austin. Come to the command center. Kevin, Jess, command center. Kevin, Jess, command center, please. All available marshals, please come to the command center. Double time. Double time. Hintayin ko sa paint off from jerseys. Paging JM Miranda. JM Miranda, command center, please.
it's interesting to see how, despite the wind picking up, both teams are still choosing to go for man-on-man type of defense. I would think that a lot of other teams would choose to go for a zone look, capitalize on the wind, but it seems like both teams would prefer to stick to a one-on-one situation per player.
I think the reason behind that is these two teams are just excellent handlers. We've got an update on the other semifinal game happening on another field. Mulato beats Paradigm 15-7. So it looks like it's going to be 3 Filipino teams taking podium finishes.
Now it's just a matter of
seeing who is going to make it to the finals.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. This game is... We've got 1 minute left in this game in regulation time, and the score is 11-10. So this is going down to the wire. SP turns it over yet again. So here we go. A chance to tie the game. Bandits have the disc. Let's see what they do with it.
Bandits are going for a 3-male handler option. Chelsea in the middle.
And they call a timeout. So for those people that don't know, again, we're here in the Philippines. We're used to players not allowed to call a timeout in the last 5 minutes of the game. In WIFDIF rules, you can call a timeout even if it is the last point of the game. You have 2 timers per half, and you're allowed to call that timeout even if it's the last point of the game, even if it's the first point of the game. So it's a completely different set of rules for these sort of tournaments. We're very used to a 60-minute game, race to 13 points. This is a 90-minute game, race to 15 points. So for those people at home watching, I highly suggest you just go read the rules and see the different formats. So you get to educate yourselves on how the different formats of tournament structures are made.
Out of curiosity, Ping, why is it that Asia does the race to 13 60-minute point cap, 60-minute time cap, and why don't we necessarily do the 90-minute games versus what?
I can't speak on behalf of Asia, but for Philippine Ultimate, it's just the number of participants that want to go. What you call that? There are just too many people that want to play Ultimate, and we don't have enough fields. And if we were to have 90-minute games, race to 15, not everybody would be able to have games. And we just want to have people to have more games as possible, and that's why we've made this adjustment to 60-minute games and race to. Sometimes it's even race to 11. Just to help make games move faster. I think that was the format that games were brought in when Ultimate first made a landing here in the Philippines in 2001. So that's just been standard for a lot of years. But again, you just got to be ready for change. And if you're like one of these teams playing in tournaments and championships like this, you have to have good conditioning, good speed, and that's why in local tournaments they're just really good. Cherry C trying to get that block.
Almost made it.
Made it, but Bandits are successful with keeping the disc. There is a foul call in the play. It's a marking infraction. I believe Pulanto is calling a straddle on Pao Peralta. There is no contest. Disc is swung back to Bochok. Swings it to the middle of the field.
Nice spacing here from the Bandits.
And now they're just taking their time. Again, this is not... They don't need to rush this point. They just need to get this point. So regardless of the time, they have to take care of this point and get it back down. They're doing a tremendously good job so far. Travel called.
My sends it upline. Bochok to Chelsea. Nice bid by Gabby. Chelsea not seeing Popoy there, suddenly coming out of nowhere. Disc is now with Jamel. Jamel to Gabby. Gabby to Jamel. SB themselves being patient with the disc, not making any risks. Swinging the disc thus far. Christian. And there's a turnover down the line. Not sure what happened there, but quite unexpected. Bochok picking up the disc. Balantoy now with the disc. Look for a huck.
No, we're going to be playing during men's.
Never mind. We'll just cut her off. Back to Pau Pau. Pau Pau. Sends it flying, but it was overhead. I think there's some discussion though from the ladies if there was some contact there. I'm not too sure if I agree with the call being a foul. There's little to no chance for the Bandits player to get the disc, but I think it's between them to settle, for us to just...
One of our game advisors,
observe.
Steve, steps in to help move the things over, to speed things up. So again, you can see the camaraderie between these two teams. I mean, they are playing in a semifinal game. Yes, it's a close game, but at the same time, they're sharing water with one another, giving high fives, laughing about it. It just shows you how much camaraderie these two teams have with one another. So I think that this is going to be attractive. And there is a contest on the play. Disc is going back to the Bandits. They are keeping the disc. Pau has the disc with Christian marking him. Pau swings the disc back over to Kevin. Sends it to Bochok. Bochok with the disc, throws it into the end zone. It is a drop.
Drop. Why am I calling the drop?
Yeah. SB with the opportunity to end this game.
Popoy looking for something. Upline throw to Gabby. Gabby to Meeks Bautista. Meeks to Jamil. Jamil looking for the hammer. Waves it off. Jamil, a high dump to Pau. Christian in the middle, hammer throw.
And that is a score.
And I believe game. Is it?
They actually still have time. They've got 3 minutes left.
Oh, they have 3 minutes left.
So the score is now 12-10 in favor of Sunken Pleasure. They've got 3 minutes left. Sorry, they've got 2 minutes left in order to get this down.
For those of you viewing, the rules for the point cap and the time cap are also different in this tournament. What happens is after 19 minutes, once the time cap is called, they finish the point if it is ongoing, and then they add 1 to the score of the team with the higher score. So if, for example, at this point, time cap is called, they have to finish the point. If Sunken Pleasure finishes with a score, it's going to be raised to 14. But if Boracay Bandits get a point while the time cap is called at 12:10, it's going to be raised to 13. Essentially, for the Filipino viewers, there's no hard cap. It's just that the soft cap was changed to +1.
Let's go, D!
Felix Anger with the pull. Nice to have him back on the field. Junser looking for an upline. Gets it to Maymay. Maymay to Bulantoy. Bulantoy sends it to the corner.
Ooh. What a grab by Rochelle Abuda. Score is now 11-12 in favor of Sunken Pleasure. We've just 30 seconds left in regulation time.
What a grab by Ho Ho.
Yeah.
Soaring in the air. Comes out with the disc.
That was an amazing catch by Ho Ho.
So it seems like the time cap will be called, and this just might be. Oh, we'll see after the point. Possibly a race to 14, possibly a race to 13.
I think time has already expired. It's already 1:40, which means that this is definitely going to be a game to 13 because you add +1 to the leading score. SB is up by 1, so +1 to that, and it's 13 to the score. First team to reach 13 wins. So Bandits with a huge
load in their shoulder. Yeah. They need to get this break and then get another break.
They gotta get 2 breaks in a row.
And against Sunken Pleasure, that is a very, very tall order. But these are the Boracay Bandits.
Let's see what they have.
They may be able to make it happen.
A foul. Foul gets it back.
Jamel upline throw to Popoy. Popoy finds Christian wide open. And catches it, but I think there's a pick called.
There's a foul call in the play.
Oh, foul. This goes back to Popoy. Popoy Christian, nice bid. No D though. Peralta looking for a reset. Popoy, break throw.
And it is turned over.
Goes
Bandits
between her legs.
tied this game up.
Chance to tie. Don't count the Bandits out just yet. Not yet done.
Bochok swinging over to James. James throws it forward. Maymay with the disc. Throws it to Rochelle. Rochelle to Bochok with a quick swing.
Upline to Ho Ho.
Ho Ho, low mark on the disc. Still has it.
Looking for someone to pass to.
Swings it over.
Wide open in front of the end zone.
They're just right there. And it is a tie game. Oh, there's a call on the play.
Call.
Okay. Is there a call? No, I guess it is a goal.
And we have a U-point situation.
It is 12-all. This is France part 2. 2 amazing finishes by this team. Amazing what these Bandits are doing. This is amazing. Don, this is France part 2. Don Laxi from All About You was with me there watching that game, and it's just ridiculous. And luckily this time we got to record the entire game.
Yes. I like the patience of that Boracay Bandit squad when they got the turnover. They didn't send the disc flying. They knew that Sunken Pleasure is eager and hungry to get the disc back. They were patient, they were composed, they swung the disc until they found the window in that defense, the smallest window that they need to move the disc forward.
I'm making the call right now on how Sunken Pleasure is going to play at this point. Do you remember the first nationals held here as well between Sunken Pleasure and Dumaguete Extreme?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember? Do you remember that game was Universal Point 2?
I do.
And do you remember how that was made, or the attempt?
Yes. I think it was a pass. Christian to Jamel, Jamel to Angelique.
It was just one pass.
Was it?
From the pull. It was just one pass.
Okay, maybe that was the second one that I remember.
Let's see how this goes.
Pao picks up the disc. Christian.
Pao and Pao. Christian with the throw. Here comes the point.
Sends it flying. Looks at Jamel.
Oh, it's a block by James Solano. And it's the same play. I told you, it's Christian to Jamel. It was the same play. I called it.
You called it.
Called it. Here we go. U-point. This is a nail biter. We've got an audience building up here. This is a great game.
Boracay Bandits now with the disc.
It's safe to say that this could have been the finals of this tournament in this division. But great job, both teams. Whoever wins it, regardless of who wins this game, amazing plays by both teams.
Upline.
Are we gonna see France part 2? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to see. Is this gonna be Royan all over again for the Bandits?
We definitely see some movement on the offense.
It's the same squad. It's Bochok, Maymay, Ho, Chelsea, and Bochok, with the addition of James with that amazing block earlier. Do they have something left in their tank to score? Zero room for error. Everything has to be perfect. And that was close.
That was close. That was also a nail biter on its own. Jamel marking. Bandits finding a way to get those open cuts.
Every time these one-handed catches by Wilbur happens, I just saw my heart just skips a beat. You're making a one-handed catch in a crucial point, and they're doing as if nothing's happening. Wilbur with the disc, swings it over to Bochok, swings it again to the middle. Pao Pao with the disc.
Pao Pao finding a swing, finds an upline instead.
Wilbur with the disc, right, knocking at the door. Here come the girls. Disc is
2 meters away.
And it's a goal.
It's a goal.
It's a goal. Bye with the catch. The score is 13-12 in favor of the Bandits. This is France part 2.
Bandits finding their way back into the game.
Oh my God, that was one amazing game.
Twice they were on a deficit.
This is France part 2. Amazing game by both.
But they fought and clawed their way back.
Our hats off to Sunken Pleasure for bringing an amazing game to this tournament. Good job, Sunken Pleasure, and good job to the Bandits. Great job, both teams.
I didn't actually see a whole lot there. I was over watching that.
You can see the emotion, the extreme emotions on both sides of that field. You've got happiness on one side, joy. You've got a lot of heads down and tears building up on the other side. Amazing game. Good job, Sunken Pleasure. Congratulations to the Bandits of Boracay. The Bandits make it all the way up to the finals, and Sunken Pleasure will be playing their third game for third against Paradigm.
It seems like it's gonna be Mulato versus Boracay Bandits.
It's gonna be a provincial final between Boracay and Mulato.
I'm looking forward to that match. Catch us in live stream also in a couple of hours. We're currently finding a way of streaming both finals, but we'll keep you posted on the Facebook page.
All right. Well, that's it for me for now. I gotta go be a game advisor for a game.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll see you guys later.